6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back to Walker on first down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
The Seahawks are the perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point open 3 years, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A quick throw here out to Brown. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you're taking away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback?
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring it back. Pull it forward, the one that gets to him and drop it.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, a run with Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Play action. It's Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught at the 25. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wilson. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Walker once more, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Walker. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Zach Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Myers connects on the penalty, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Murray now. Finds his running back, James Conner. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On play action, it's Murray. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. He's got room at the 30. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, really minute 2 on 3rd down, you're a little off balance.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Walker now on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They run again with Walker. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 80 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL converting on third down, so it's no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Up the middle, here's Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Running right, here's Walker. That second down play nets a -4. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Myers' kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll... You really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray, the quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and set packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people at the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving. Field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 30 yards. as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he gets it up past the 35.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Murray now on first down. He's got the connection to Moore. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Finding Ertz here on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 107 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. Now Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Connor up the middle. Room here to run. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Connor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Murray. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with the 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. From the 29, Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. 2 yards on the pickup there. And 3rd down and 6 to go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Murray going to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Murray again. Rolling to his right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation for a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now Murray's got to have this one. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the gun, it's Walker. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.